Okay, sorry.
I'll tell you, I'm glad I'm not going after Bobby Knight, or I'd really be clueless up here. I got a tough act to follow. Talking about education, the funniest thing that ever happened to me, I think, was my senior year of high school. I wasn't going to say this, but I had to say it tonight. Harvard came in to recruit me. And I was thinking, wait a minute, something's going wrong here. The guy came in and he said, I played at Maryland, and he was giving me his whole spiel on Harvard and how he thought that I would like it up there, and he thought that I'd obviously be a starter up there. He's giving me his whole spiel. And I said, I don't think I'm really a good enough student to go to Harvard. And he said, well, I heard that you're an excellent student here at Altoona High School. And so I don't think my SAT scores are high. And he said, well, what were your SAT scores? And I said 780. And he said, well, was that on your math or your English? I said, that's on both of them. And he said, well, I think you'd have a good time if you went to Maryland. So that was the end of that story, and that was the last Ivy League school that recruited me. The word got around from there on. First of all, I'd just like to say a little bit about the area here and what it means to me to be here tonight. And I'm really proud to be from Blair County. Proud to be from Lakemont. It seems funny, I just grew up probably a mile from here, and being in this casino tonight. It's a great honor. It's a great night for Blair County and this town. And I humbly accept this induction tonight. And I just think this area was great for me. There were a lot of opportunities for sports, athletics, and education. And I was lucky enough to have a lot of good coaches here, and a lot of good teachers and coaches that taught the sports to me very well. This is a special night for Altoona too, not just Blair County. And I'm really honored to be here tonight, and it's an honor for me to go in the Blair County Hall of Fame with my Uncle Dick Bartholomew and my brother Brad. And my grandfather would be proud tonight. And anyway, getting on a happier note here, my days at Pitt were really great, and obviously Foch being there, it wasn't always like this, buddy, if you know what I mean. He was a coach, and he's been in my face a few times. It hasn't always been like this, and to be honest with you, now that I look back, I'm glad he was like that, because I was taught by Coach Fazio and all the other coaches at Pitt the same way I was taught here at Altoona. I wasn't anything special just because I was a good player here in Altoona, and there were plenty of good players at Pitt when I was there, so I wasn't getting any special treatment there either. And another thing that I liked about Pitt also was the education. I didn't take advantage of it like I wish I would have, but I think my desire to play professional football had a lot to do with that. If I had to do it all over again, though, I'd probably work at my education a little more. I just want to give a few of the reasons why I think I'm here tonight. And I think it was my competitiveness at an early age. I had a great will to succeed. I was a hell of a poor sport. I hated to lose at anything. I lost to my brother Todd today in golf, and I hated it. I think generics. I was blessed with some talent, even though some people don't think that I was. My brother Brad, everyone says that he might not have been the biggest, fastest. He had pretty good feet, though, and that got him there, too. And I'd say that the generics came from my parents, that they raised me the right way. And I was blessed with a strong spirit, and that came from my parents, too. And my dad taught me to have a working man's attitude, and I think that's what did it for me. And I can't thank my parents enough for the opportunities that they gave me growing up here in Lakemont. And I think my brothers had a big part of that also. They helped me, them being ahead of me, heck, I had to try to do something. My brother was playing pro ball. My other two brothers were playing at Maryland. I better do something, that's for sure. I'd be in trouble. And last but not least, I'd like to thank my wife. I think she had a lot to do with it up in New York. When I first started having my neck problems, she stood behind me and made sure that I did the right things. So I'd like to thank her for that. And talk a little bit about my pro career. At the Jets, I was really happy for the opportunity to play professional football. I had a lot of fun at it, and I wouldn't trade it in for anything. Like Jeff and Steve both said, it was an opportunity to meet a lot of great people. And I was fortunate. I might not have been a great player, but I got to play with some great players and play behind some great players, and that was special to me also. And I had excellent coaching there as well, which really helped me become a better NFL player. And the only regret I have is the neck injury, but you can't look back. John Eversole told me that last night. You can't look back on anything, and I'm really happy about everything that's happened, and I'm real content with that. And I'd like to give some special thanks to some people tonight. First, I'd like to thank my friends from Taylor Milk for coming in, and I'd like to also thank all the coaches and teachers that have taught and coached me throughout my career, and in general, all my friends here in Altoona and Blair County, and special thanks to my Pitt friends here in Altoona. They all know who they are out there. And the Pitt staff, when I played there, especially Foge. The New York Jets staff, as I mentioned, I had a lot of good coaching there also. And all my Benson relatives that are here tonight, and all my brothers, of course, and my sister-in-laws too, and and most of all my mom and dad, which without them I wouldn't be here. And what else can you say about that, right? I also like to thank my father-in-law sitting over there, Joe DeSanti, and most of all I'd like to thank my wife, and we're having a great time. Thanks a lot.